Good evening, and welcome to a special meeting of the Council of the City of Long Beach, held Thursday, February 27th, 2020 at 6 p.m. We'll have a roll call. Councilmember Delory. Here. Councilmember Mandel. Here. Councilmember Treston. Here. Vice President McGinnis. Vice President McGinnis sends her regrets for tonight's meeting. She is out of town on business. President Bendo.
Present.
Let the record indicate the presence of acting City Manager Scott Kemmons and acting Corporation Councilor Rich Berrios. We now salute to the flag.
I'll ask acting City Manager.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our first and only item this evening is a resolution appointing a city manager for the City of Long Beach.
Okay, so. Sorry, flipping to the red. So obviously we're here tonight to vote on a resolution to appoint Donna Gayden as our new city manager. But before I get into telling you about Donna, I just want to tell you basically how we got to where we are tonight. The number one problem we have facing the city, I think it's no secret, are our finances. While people like to talk about things like the roads that need to be repaved and the brown water, the simple fact is, to deal with these things, we have to get a handle on the city's finances. If we can't pay for things, we can't do them. And for several years now, Long Beach has been spending more than it brings in. City's rainy day fund is gone. The city's been borrowing money through bonding to cover operating expenses, and financially the city is just on an unsustainable trajectory. So the council decided we needed someone with serious municipal financial expertise that can come in, quickly identify our problems, identify corrective actions, and lay a solid foundation, or for those of you that I guess that live in their homes, heal piles, for a financial turnaround. Next, we determined we needed someone that was open-minded, had no preconceived notions, that could look at Long Beach with a clear set of eyes, and more importantly, came from outside the local political circles. So they owed no political favors to anyone. Politics helped get us into the mess we're in. We didn't need more of it. The person also had to have a stiff backbone. There are people that will come up at city council meetings, some sitting in this room right now and others watching online, that check their civility at the door and will say awful things to and about her. It started already. All you have to do is look at social media since her name was released yesterday. The vitriol and venom's been disgraceful. And for a city trying to make a first impression, for someone to come into work here, quite frankly, we should all be a little ashamed of ourselves. Also, there are people that like things just the way they are, and they don't want them to change. They're going to try to make your job difficult as well. So this person is going to need to have a thick skin and the ability to act civil when those around them may not be doing the same. And last, but certainly not least, the person had to have the necessary skills and experience to run our city. Basically, we needed an iron fist and a velvet glove. Armed with those requirements, we worked with a municipal executive search firm. We told them what was going on in Long Beach, what our issues are, our priorities for addressing them, and said we needed someone with a very specific skill set that could come in and tackle these issues. That's what led us to Donna. Now, let me tell you why Donna is here. She has some pretty impressive credentials. From an education perspective, she has a master's degree in accounting. She has another master's degree in tax law. She has a certificate in executives in state and local government from the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. She has a certificate in leadership and management development from Governor State University. She has certificates in investigation and prevention of commercial fraud and in cash management fundamentals from Northwestern University. Other qualifications include she's a certified fraud examiner. She is an International City County Management Association credentialed manager. In terms of her management experience, she has been the city manager or comptroller in 5 different municipalities and a school district. She has overseen the operations of municipal departments including police, fire, finance, public works, administration, community and economic development, and procurement. She's managed budgets in excess of $225 million. That's more than double the Long Beach budget. She's overseen accounting, budget, and audit activities in cities and villages. She's developed and administered accounting policies and directives. She oversaw community and economic development activities, including securing nearly $25 million in grant money for public infrastructure and community development programming. She's negotiated union contracts, which could come in pretty handy considering 3 of the 4 cities' unions are operating under expired or don't have a contract. And she's drafted administrative procedures to increase the effectiveness and efficiency of municipal government. And what some people, I think, will especially appreciate, she's established and maintained procedures to facilitate communications between citizens and government to ensure that complaints, grievances, recommendations, and other matters receive prompt attention by the responsible officials. There's much more, but suffice it to say that Donna brings the specific skills Long Beach needs right now in a city manager. She comes into financially stressed municipalities and does the heavy lifting necessary to put them on a path to a turnaround. That's what we need right now. It's also worth noting that anyone that served in these capacities over the amount of years she has is certainly going to have questions raised about him or her. It was all over social media. But I'm here to tell you that we had an exhaustive background check done. And we believe we dug up anything and everything that there was to ask about. We asked about it and we got answers. Also, quite frankly, there have been some absolutely ridiculous rumors spread about the salary and benefits she's going to receive, none of which are ever remotely close to true. So maybe that's a lesson for some of us that are getting our news from anonymous sources online. But you need to keep in mind that the people spreading this horse manure, I was tempted to do it again, are many of the same people that were in charge before with their allies that ran the city's finances into the ground. They gave their political friends and allies taxpayer money, your money, that they were not entitled to, and that resulted in 4 state and federal audits and investigations that have shined a light on the depth of the financial mismanagement. Make no mistake about it, people may be indicted because of what they did. These people screwed the taxpayers of Long Beach, so we need to bring someone like Donna in to clean up that mess. That is why we are here tonight, and that is what you need to remember. And I'm just going to address one other thing. There was some comments, too, about the fact that she seems to move around a lot. The reason she moves around a lot is that's what she does. She goes into troubled municipalities, gets them on a turnaround, and then she moves on to the next challenged municipality. That is what we need. That is what she does. Now, here's some facts about Donna's employment. Her salary will be $178,000 a year. The current acting city manager makes $174,000 a year, but Donna will be taking no paid medical benefits from the city. So overall, we will be saving money. Also, she's going to be residing in the West End, where she's rented a house. A little personal comment. So that's basically it, plain and simple. That explains how we got here, why we're here, and why her. So with that, I guess I'll open it up to the council. Have any questions or comments? Okay, any questions or comments from the public? And by the way, we have a hard stop about 6:45 because the zoning board is meeting at 7. So just keep that in mind. I'm sorry if we might have to cut someone off. But any questions from the public? Come on, Roy, you know you want it.
I did not want to be the first. Tonight we're meeting to appoint a new city manager. There's no question we need a city manager. I'm glad that this was done. I'm sorry. Is that any better?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm right into it. As I was saying, I'm glad we're getting a new city manager. I'm appalled at the way it was done. That we have to get our information from these secret pages and stuff like that, when the council has known about this for literally months, is appalling. There's no reason. First of all, I asked why this had to be done tonight when we have a meeting on Tuesday, 4 days away. Now, I don't want to say it's not a good idea to have a city manager, but that it had to be done immediately when we're voting on Tuesday, I hope we're voting on Tuesday, on amending the charter, which will give the city manager the proper power and give the city council the proper power, and yet we had to hire somebody before we amended the charter, which is ass backwards. The charter should have been amended first, because you're giving somebody a job that's going to be limited by that charter, hopefully.
Okay.
And yet what we're doing is we're rushing. We couldn't wait the 4 days when we have a regularly scheduled meeting. Regularly scheduled means that people will show up for it, that normally I know we got a good crowd. John, stop being a wise guy. Okay, we got a good crowd, but it's regularly scheduled for Tuesday. There's no reason for a special meeting. People who get off of work, a lot of them can't make it right now. There was no reason for that. This is supposed to be an open government. We elected you guys for the transparency. You promised us transparency, and this entire procedure has been shrouded in absolute secrecy. Now, I understand you're worried about leaks, but so what if something leaks out? This is government. We people are entitled to know about this. Now, to allow us, you introduced us to Donna 25 hours ago. Now, I know you've done your vetting, but we as the public have a right to do that too. And to try to vet somebody in 25 hours, and yeah, we did it, and yeah, they're definitely red flags, but like you said, everybody's probably got red flags. I know I would have red flags, but you know what? We as a public never got a chance to ask about it. And tonight's not the proper time to ask about it. You know, this is supposed to be a celebration for Donna, not something where we are asking questions about her character or her history or something like that. But it's not fair to us as the public to do this, to come out and say, here's our choice, you have 25 hours and that's it, when you knew about it for months.
Okay, so, sorry, your time's up.
I know that.
So I'll just address this. Why tonight instead of Tuesday? It's because the city manager gave us notice, the acting city manager, that he wanted to go back to Public Works. So what that means is now we have a new person who's responsible, now going to suddenly be responsible for the budget, and the budget is due to the council on April 10th. That means she needs every day humanly possible between now and then to get the budget done, because she's stepping into a budget that's already underway. As the city manager, she may have her own style and ways she wants to do things, so she needs all the time humanly possible. So you're complaining because we're pointing her 4 days earlier than the normal meeting. She needs those 4 days.
She has those 4 days. She can look at the
She wouldn't be a
budget.
city employee until
She can still
Tuesday.
look at the budget, John. Come on, really.
Roy,
You do the same thing. You take work home, don't you?
Yeah, when you work for somebody, she wouldn't be working for us until Tuesday.
She's already known she has the job. Before you even met,
Okay.
you have decided she is the person. You've gotten a contract together, you've gotten an offer together.
Okay. We're going to have to agree to disagree on this, but, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mary?
Mary Volasevich, Long Beach. I would like, pardon me? What I do? Okay. I would like to welcome Donna. I don't know if Mr. Lester thought perhaps that he could be in the vetting. We've all read everything. You vetted. No one has ever been in vetting before, although I heard that there were some things done. But the lady is here. She has the background. Everybody in here has some skeleton somewhere in their closet. Give it a chance, okay? And Mr. Lester, you were on Channel 12 condemning the council for not doing anything for 3 years. What's 4 days for them to get the lady in, work over the weekend, which I heard he's willing to do, and get us on a budget that we can all live with? You can't have your cake and eat it too all the time. Thank you.
Thank you. And let me just add one little bit. The background check that I talked about, so it wasn't a Google search. It was done by a private investigator and a law firm. It was very detailed, believe me. So, any other public comments? Okay, going once, going twice. Seeing none.
Sorry, on to the vote. So item 1 is a resolution appointing a city manager for the city of Long Beach. Who introduce and move the adoption of this item?
I will.
Second?
I will.
Go ahead, Councilmember Delory.
Yes, but I'll reserve a statement, but basically I want to say I vote yes. I do want to thank Mr. Miranda for all that he has done. And keep in mind, he's not leaving the city. He's going to be heading the commissioner as Public Works, which he's already has done. They need his expertise to work on the capital budget. We have a ton of projects going on. And basically, we need somebody to manage the city. We've had a commissioner of the police department. We then had a corporation counsel, and now we had a commissioner of public works. It's not fair to all of the people that were in that position, and I greatly admire John's work skills. He will serve in a public works capacity, and I do want to welcome Donna here tonight, and I vote yes. Thank you.
Councilmember Mandel.
I want to welcome Donna, I vote yes.
Councilmember Treston.
Yes.
President Bendo.
Welcome to our new city manager, yes.
Who will make a motion to close the meeting?
I will.
Second? I will. Voting, Councilmember Delory.
Yes.
Councilmember Mandel.
Yes.
Councilmember Treston.
Yes.
President Bendo.
Just before I say yes, I just want to note, we're going to have a little kind of meet and greet in the room next door, in the OEM, so people could meet Donna in an informal setting and say hello. Okay. Oh, and yes. Thank you for coming.